In this episode, you'll learn why the phrase breathing from the diaphragm is confusing and breaks me out into hives, and what to do instead so you can sing more confidently by breathing more efficiently. Let's roll. You're listening to Confident Singing Made Simple. Whether you want to sing professionally or just want to impress your friends at karaoke, this show is for you if you want more consistency, control, and choices in your voice and performance skills. I'm your singing coach and host, Deanna Mayo. Thanks for joining me today. Let's get the party started. Hey there, Deanna here, and today you're going to hear a Facebook Live I did a little while ago for my Facebook community. Now, I'm sharing this on the podcast because I had several people message me after I did this live and share with me how much of a game changer it's been for their breathing for singing. In this episode, I want you to pay special attention because you're going to learn, number one, why I can't stand the phrase sing from the diaphragm. Number two, what to actually do to get the most support and efficient breathing for singing, and more. I hope you enjoy it. Hey there, Deanna Mayo here, and boy, oh boy, do I have something fun for you today. There is a lot of things I enjoy about this work, but one thing I love is to bust through myths, misconceptions. I have some pet peeves, and the first one I want to share with you, the one we're going to focus on today, is the expression breathe from your diaphragm. All right, here's the thing. Here's what I think. Some of you might not think this. That's okay. You can't breathe from your diaphragm. You can breathe from your mouth, and you can breathe from your nose. If you're a lizard, you can breathe from your skin. I think a lot of teachers talk about diaphragmatic breathing, right, in a way that is confusing to their clients. So I'm going to try to demystify it for you here today. Here's the thing. When you take a breath, when you inhale, the diaphragm does what it's going to do. You cannot control it. It is inside your chest cavity, underneath the rib cage, under the lungs, or in the rib cage under the lungs, and it's a dome-shaped muscle, kind of like an upside-down bowl. So when you breathe, that air comes into the lungs, they fill up, the diaphragm muscle flattens out to make room for that air, and your abdominal bulk moves to or resists against it because it's got to go somewhere. There's a limited amount of space. And then when you exhale, the lungs get smaller or they're less filled up. The diaphragm comes back to its domed state. You can't control that muscle except by breathing, right? You can't breathe where it will grow or shrink, flex or unflex. So let's talk about what you can do to breathe more efficiently for singing, all right? Now, first of all, what we do for singing, breathing efficiently for singing, is not what most of us do during our day. During the day, we generally walk around. Our chest rises and falls when we take a breath. You might even have your shoulders go up and down, right? But the fact is, that is not the most efficient way to breathe for singing. The way to breathe for singing is to, at least at the beginning of the journey, to expand the tummy. If you notice, a baby, another adult, a pet, a mammal specifically, when they sleep, their tummy expands or rises and then falls. That expanding of the tummy allows the abdominal bulk, all the guts in there, to get out of the way a bit so the diaphragm can flatten out so the lungs can fill down. It's not that hard. As long as you don't have a blockage between your nose or your mouth and your lungs, your tummy will expand or can expand, and air will just get sucked in. So try it with me right now. Just expand your tummy out and notice how, if your mouth is open or your nose isn't clogged, air will get pulled into your body. Ready? Here we go. Expand. Did you feel it? Try it again. Ready? Expand. Air just comes in. You can't help it, right? So here's the trick about this. All you have to do is to practice breathing better for singing by expanding. So just place one hand on your tummy, take a breath, and see if you can't get that tummy to expand. And then, as you exhale or speak or sing, lift, pull in those abdominal muscles. It's kind of a feeling of pulling in and up. and the air will come out. Now, I'm exaggerating this for you today, simplifying it for you, because it's not singing from the diaphragm. You can't breathe from the diaphragm any more than you can breathe from your skin, unless you're a lizard, but you can breathe from your mouth and from your nose, and you can utilize the abdominal muscles to get the diaphragmatic breathing working better for you by getting the abdominal bulk out of the way. Now, eventually, you don't need to expand the tummy because the diaphragm will be strong enough that it can resist what's coming in at it from the lungs, getting fuller as you take a breath. And you probably won't need as deep of breaths and as much air, because if you're working with a coach like me, we're going to have your vocal folds coming together more fully, and you're not going to have as much air escaping. But in the meantime, all you have to do is practice expand and lift or pull in, and never have that tummy in one static position. It's either expanding or lifting, and you're going to be a better singer for it. You can practice this laying down on the floor. I like to have my knees bent, my feet flat on the floor, or my yoga mat, or my couch, or my bed, and just practice expand and then lift. You can make sounds with it if you like. Expand. And you can do this with any vocal exercises that you're using. Of course, if you're a Blaylock Vocal Method student, like what we teach at Confident Voice Studio, you know the power of expand and lift. And if you'd like to learn more about how we could help you to have the voice you've always wanted, I'd love to do that with you. Just reach out to us and we'll help you see if we're the right studio for you in one of our complimentary meet and greets. Until the next time, have a beautiful day expanding and lifting, and we'll talk to you soon. And of course, do not forget that the show notes have the details and everything you need spelled out for you, so you don't need to take frivolous notes or try to commit this to memory. Do yourself a favor, grab the notes by heading on over to old Facebook and search for Confident Singing Made Simple and get the show notes for free. Remember, the link to the Facebook group will be in the show notes for this episode. Once again, thank you so much for being here with me today. Now, if what you heard today resonates with you and you want to continue the conversation, then I want to personally invite you to join our private community over on Facebook. It is filled with singers just like you who are rowing their boat in the same direction. So visit us over at Confident Singing Made Simple on Facebook. That's facebook.com/groups/Confident Singing Made Simple. Until the next time, here's to your fantastic success.